I wasn't aware shelving books required so much standing and reading. Is this how my tax dollars are being used? I'm sorry. I really didn't mean to startle you while you were busy. But I thought it looked worse if I stood here any longer without saying anything. I have to say, it's no surprise we nabbed you at work if this is how intense you get when you read. I could have opened fire and you wouldn't have batted a pretty eye. Not that I ever, of course. Yes, no illegal activities, Giacomo, or yelling, or I'm out. Understood. Oh, speaking of, G has asked me to mention he'd like to come by and apologize for himself sometimes, if you'd allow. He's embarrassed and would like to show his new glasses and bring some sort of restitution. He's been considering something like flowers or an edible arrangement, but I think you could probably leverage a generous donation to the library out of him if you make him wait for it. Hey, that's not the only reason I'm here. Maybe I want to see my favorite librarian. Maybe I want to partake in normal, upstanding citizen activities like paying for overdue library fees or just plain old-fashioned reading. Sure I am. In fact, maybe I've been looking for the book you're about to shelf. May I? I've been wanting something to really jump into on a relaxing day with a blanket and coffee, and what better chance to start reading nodded by the alpha. Oh, no. God. You can't tell me to quiet down. You're laughing, too. Don't shush me, you hypocrite. Oh, my God. Oh, boy. I walked right into that. I'll admit it. Here, take your smut back. I won't be checking out that today. The library is, I gotta say, much less stuffy and uptight than I had imagined. I thought you might be shushing people constantly to maintain the peace and sanctity of the space. But it's actually so we can focus on the Omegaverse. Yes, you are. Doll, you literally just shushed me. I'm not sure I believe you, honestly. What would you do all day if not shushing people and being the object of schoolboy fantasies and getting hauled into cars without your permission? Sorry about that again, by the way. Hey now, I'm not keeping you from doing your job. I wouldn't dream of it. I'm fairly sure if I did anything of the sort, you'd go after me and my ankles with your book cart, and I'm not confident that's a fight I'd win. I'm just curious, observing, making conversation, watching a master at work. You know what? You're right. I should be working. In fact, I should check in with my manager and give them a call. Excuse me a second. Hey, boss, do you have anything pressing on the agenda? No, in fact, take the whole day for yourself, my beloved and perfect employee. You've owned it. Well, if you say so, who am I to argue? I'll see you tomorrow by the water cooler then. It would seem I'm free for the day. When you're as good as I am, you get to be the boss young. Besides, my mom wanted to retire young alongside my Auntie Nina. Who was I to deny the woman who raised me? Oh, she's doing good. Thank you for asking. I won't say what we may or may not have done to cheer her up, but I'm pleased to say it's worked and raised her spirits. I will let you know it involves sending her and my mom on a girls' trip to Vegas. I'll let her know you asked after her when they get back. She'll be so charmed. Oh, it's Caesar's Entertainment that should worry about not making their bottom line, not me. Despite her terrible instincts with men, my auntie is a monster at roulette, and my mom can count cards better than a machine. Granted, they'll probably spend all their winnings on prosciutto and scantily clad men, but at the very worst, they'll break even. If not, I'll figure it out. I'll pivot. Maybe I'll consider a career change and become a librarian. Would you put in a good word for me, doll? What? I love books and give it back to my community. Isn't that what's important? What else could I need? Okay, I hear what you're saying about a master's degree in library science. But what if instead I brought my winning smile? I could be your personality hire. You don't sound convinced. Maybe you could tell me more about these job requirements later over lunch? Because Giacomo's not the only one who'd like to apologize, and in my opinion, there's no gesture quite as appropriate, heartfelt, and sincere as a home-cooked meal. Doll, if I wanted to keep you quiet or take you out on anything but a date, this is not how I go about doing it. Why would I escort you home and meet you publicly at your place of work if I wanted you to disappear? Not to mention, poison. Really? It's an ineffectual, unreliable weapon, so slow-acting and difficult to dose properly. Besides, most poisons are horribly bitter and would ruin what I cooked. I would never disrespect food that way. I'd say it is, given I'm the one who made it, but you'll have to find out for yourself. When's your lunch break? Oh no, I'll really have to wait an hour? What will I do to keep myself entertained amongst this vast collection of all human knowledge and imagination? Do what you gotta do. I've got a cooler, patience, and a fictional alpha to get intimately acquainted with. I can wait.